your telescopes, your cameras, because the first full moon of spring, also known as the pink moon, will light up the sky this weekend. Now, if you look up at the sky tomorrow night, hopefully it's going to be great and clear, you'll see a smaller and dimmer moon than usual. And although it's called the pink moon, it's actually going to appear more orange. According to NASA, it got its name from a wildflower. The moon is expected to reach peak just before 8:30 tomorrow night. Well, here's something that you may not have known. The first full moon of the spring season actually helps us figure out when Easter Sunday falls each year on the calendar.
But don't just take our word for it. Meteorologist Chris Mulcahy here to raise our weather IQ. Chris, the thing is, it's like one year Easter's in late March, and next year it's a few weeks after that, and then sometimes it's in late April. Make it make sense, my friend.
It's all over the place. So the range for Easter, by the way, is March 22nd to April 25th. So it's quite vast. But first, let's talk about the full pink moon. As we mentioned, it's not pink. And as for the orange view, that's only happening when the moon is first rising up. So likely it's going to be earlier in the evening when it's turning full. You might see that. Most of the night, it's just going to look like a regular moon, but a little bit smaller, because this is actually called a micromoon. You ever heard of a supermoon? Well, this is the exact opposite. So when the moon is a little bit closer to Earth, it's a supermoon. When it's at its furthest point away, it's a micromoon. So this is actually the smallest viewed moon that we've had in 5 years here on planet Earth. The pink moon has other names such as the Paschal moon, frog moon, sucker moon for the suckerfish, and the egg moon. All these names are correlated with what's usually happening in nature around this time of year. But the absolute full time, at least here on the East Coast, is 8:22 p.m. And that wildflower you mentioned, Ning, is actually the creeping phlox, or moss pink, that they named the moon after. Okay, now let's get to when we call it Easter. As I mentioned, it ranges from March 22nd to April 25th, and it's all based on this sentence. Easter is the first Sunday after the first full moon of spring. So we typically hit spring around the 21st, March 21st. That's usually average to the 22nd. So whenever it's spring, whenever the full moon happens at that point, it's the following Sunday. So say if a full moon lands on a Sunday, it's going to be the following Sunday. If it lands on a Saturday, it's going to be literally the next day. So this year, we actually hit spring on March 20th. The full moon, April 13th, technically. So that makes April 20th, 7 days later, the Easter this year. But I want to get to one other stat. So this might confuse people, but hear me out here. So it's full at 8:22 p.m., but that's the East Coast. There's so many time zones across the world that they have to have some sort of prime meridian, some sort of base zero time, and that's called UTC. So technically, the moon is full on April 13th, 22 minutes into the day. So that means that the technical one that they're going by for this calendar is full at April 13th, so it's 7 days after that. So a lot of people are asking like, hey, it's technically on Saturday at the end of the day. No, according to the worldwide clock, it's technically on the 13th, so that's why it's next Sunday as opposed to this Sunday.
By just a matter of minutes.
It's a matter of minutes. We were so close, but that's good. It gives you an extra few days to prepare for that.